If you're anything like me, you like to read the reviews of a place before signing on the dotted line. So how do reviews of psychological services work? Hi, I'm Kim Long with Dochas Psychological Services in Spruce Grove, Alberta. Our Code of Ethical Conduct is put in place to protect you from harm. In Alberta, we have two codes to consider: the Canadian Code of Ethics for Psychologists, which is Canada-wide, and the Standards of Practice from our college, which is provincial. In the Canadian Code, the principle of responsible caring deals with power. If we ask you for a review, you're put on the spot. Also, we need to be able to represent our qualifications or skills accurately and correct any misinformation about our field. For example, sometimes people call me Dr. Long, and as much as I love the sound of that, I'm not a doctor. So now I'm in a pickle because I'm obligated to try to fix it, but in fixing it, I could possibly breach confidentiality. This is one reason why we also aren't allowed to respond to reviews. In addition, if I don't see the review, I can't fix it. So then there's possibly misinformation out there because, like I said, I'm not a doctor. Moving to the standards of practice, which is for us in Alberta, a psychologist shall not solicit, accept, and/or use testimonials of current or past client or related third parties, even when such testimonials are offered or provided anonymously. A psychologist shall take reasonable steps to remove and/or delete solicited and unsolicited testimonials from all forms of communication, including advertising. Number 1, a client can feel exploited if a therapist asks for a review. Number 2, we cannot respond because it acknowledges that the client attended therapy. And number 3, I recently discovered from a colleague that once a review is out there, sites like Google and Facebook won't allow the practitioner to have it removed. For example, a negative review about therapy could be posted, but not actually written by a client that attended that therapy. So it's a lose-lose-lose situation. It could harm your therapeutic process by changing the way you interact with your therapist. It could harm the therapist because we're helpless, and it could harm the profession because there could be misinformation about therapy out there. This could also limit whether others who need support reach out. Here's the thing. I know I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here because I love me a review that helps me make a decision, whether it's about a hotel or a restaurant or, mostly restaurants because I love food, but you get the point. Reviews and comments can be so helpful. And still, psychologists, at least in Alberta, aren't allowed to solicit or accept reviews or comments in public or advertising forums. Here's what I'm going to ask you to consider doing. If you see a review of anything, including a psychologist, consider what the possible outcomes could be of the review. See if you can help this make sense for you from a therapeutic or ethical perspective. Otherwise, as always, if you have questions or concerns, please contact us at Dochas, 780-446-0300. Until next time, take care.